Good Thursday morning. Listed 25 items yesterday. Had one sale. That's it. PS2, black label, because there's a difference, red and black. Black is usually more valuable than the red. Usually red is greatest hits. Jacks, 3. Complete, tested and working. Photos of it actually playing in the listing. $1 is what I paid for it. Sold it for $15.99 plus shipping. Never give up the ship. I'll be back. Have a good day. Welcome back to Thursday. First sale of the day. Lone Star Feed and Fertilizer snapback cap going to Goldthwaite, Texas. That's south of Brownwood, Texas, in the hill country. And I paid $2 for this. From Chad on Whatnot, and I sold it for $15.99 plus shipping. Hopefully, I'll be back with more. Not like yesterday. Welcome back. It is Thursday afternoon or evening. I got 2 sales today so far. Not a good day. You saw one. Here's the second one. I got this at a yard sale for $1. It's a chair twister, gym twister. It's not complete. It does twist, but it sits on a chair. I paid $1 for this at a yard sale, and I sold it for $26.99, free shipping. So I won't get rich off of it, but I've listed about, I think, 8 items today and 25 yesterday. So anyway, I'll be back if I have any more. Yeah. Sales, come on. I'll be at yard sales and state sales tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll be back. Back from the yard sale war. Spent 5.5 hours yard selling with my grandson. Is 12, Aiden. He only found one thing. I paid $5 for a pull-up bar for his door frame in his room. And I spent $168.50 in all. Let me show you what I got. First sale, she wanted 80. I got it for 60. Here's what I got for $60. 500 gig PS4. It does work. 2 PS4 controllers. This game with the ring, and the game alone is not worth that much, but with the ring, it's worth $60. And then I got Mario Deluxe. It was marked 15, but it was part of that bundle, so I think it's worth around 30. And then this went with the PS4, and that game is not worth anything, but it was in there. It was the only game she had. And then Battlefield 4 was in there as well. And the PS4 I'll lot up with about 5 games, 2 controllers, about $120 just for that. And then I'll sell this ring thing. I'm going to check it out first. The next sale, I bought these because, you got to have balls like that, right? I got a TI. This was $2. I spent $20 total. TI 89. And then I got these Jordans. I think they comped at around $65, $70. I got them for $10. And then the guy had some hats, and I asked him if he had any others. He said, yeah, I got a bunch of them from some old guy. He wasn't talking about me. And he went up in his attic and got them. And they were included in the $20 that I spent. TDWR. I don't know what that is, but it is definitely vintage. FAA. And this has pins with it. So I grabbed it. These were basically $1 a piece. A Texas Ranger vintage new era hat, so that's older. A corduroy Black Range Cavalcade Yucca Council Boy Scouts of America hat. You're in the way, Rangers. That's kind of cool. He had some other Boy Scout stuff, but I didn't grab much of it. And a University of Oklahoma with the squared O, which means it's vintage, probably 90s or 80s. And then the last one, we were talking about 3-stripers, and he just happened to have one. And it's a band, the Oak Ridge Boys. And there's what a 3-striper looks like, folks. I don't know what this hat's worth. It is definitely 70s or 80s. I would venture to say this is a $35 or $40 hat, but I could be surprised. So all that was $20. At the next sale, it was an elderly lady that was moving into assisted living, and I spent $20 in total there. I got this old GE radio, and it does work. She said she didn't think it did, and I turned it on and it worked immediately. I just had to have this. It's an old tin of cotter pins. Okay, not La Cucaracha. Okay. Pierre Cardin Paris, and I haven't looked these over to see if they're gold or anything, but those are pretty cool. And I'll check those out. And then she had some old hats. She said one of these she's had in her possession over 50 years. These are kind of like the flapper girl hats from the 20s and 30s when you did the dances, you know the dances. And you kicked up your heels. Some Dixieland jazz or something. And I got all this for 20 bucks. She wanted like 15 just for that green hat. And then this one. Kind of like Bonnie and Clyde. You know, Bonnie's running around. Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. Those are cool, and they're definitely vintage. At the next sale, or at the last one, I'll just get this out of the way because it's in my way. I saw this. It was marked 8. She only wanted 5 for it. It is a Brooder garbage truck. It's got the pails and everything in it. She wanted $5. I comped it. That thing comps at $50 to $65. So, yeah. At the next one, it was an estate sale. The ladies were getting rid of some of their mother's stuff. I paid $10 for, I'm going to try to pick this up without spilling them. A lot of silverware. It's silver overlaid. And there's a bunch of forks that have a floral pattern and spoons and knives, butter knives. And they are William A. Rogers Oneida silver overlaid. And I did look these up, as many as I have in the knives and spoons. And I've got teaspoons and soup spoons and forks, butter knives. And then I've got some of these, a bunch of these kind of spoons, which, I don't know, y'all tell me what they are. But these are marked William A. Rogers DeLoss plate, precious, and I don't know what they're worth, but the whole lot I paid $10 for. I think I can get 60 easily for all of this, maybe a little more. So that was that. And then I paid $3.50 for this stuff. It's a American Airlines, like first class bag kit. I grabbed that. A Zelda DS case for $0.25. These are chopsticks for gaming. So if you're gaming and you can't take the time out to eat, there's little chopsticks in here to eat with. She said she did it as a gag for her kids. And then 2 Switch controller arms. And I already have some of that stuff, but you never can have enough. And then I got this. I spent $32 total. I got this Walkman, which has got a Batman logo on it. That's pretty cool. It's a CD player. I asked for video games. I saw controllers. She said, I don't know if my son wants to get rid of them, but I'll go in there and see if there's anything he doesn't play. And she came out with these 2. What was that? Flotter's Destiny. It's about a $20 game. I gave $2.50 a piece. And Superman. Oh, anyway. A bag of Xbox 360 batteries for controllers. In the $32, my grandson's little pull-up bar. Double Dragon on NES. The Addams Family on NES, which I already have. I already have both of those. 2 other games on Xbox One, and then Darksiders. I don't think any of those are either valuable. This, I didn't know what it was, but it was marked $0.25 in the bundle, and it is an NES controller, joystick. And then she had this. Yep. And this is the I think it's Sparkle Gray or something like that. This thing, normally these are about $80, and I have a couple of them back there, an orange one, and I think a like copper or gold one. This one, it's worth some money. It could be a $150 one, but if not, I know it's at least 80. So there you go.